So today I'm going to be polishing and detailing my Audi A5 after picking up a polisher off Amazon. The dual action polisher, that is the brand name there. I'll have a link down into it in the description. Comes with 2 yellow pads and then 2 black pads. Don't know much about detailing, but I'm pretty sure the black pads are for finishing pads, and it actually comes with a wool one as well, but I think that's for kind of deeper cut. I'm going to be taking it pretty easy today. For polishes, I have 2 polishes. I've used this one before on my lifted MX-5, but that's a heavy cut. I'm not going to use that. So I'm going to use a 3-in-1. So it's a cut, gloss and a wax. I don't really think it's going to give much of a wax. The reason I'm using it is because it's not too much of a cut. The paint on this isn't too bad. It's just a few swirl marks, but I really want to try polishing with this new polisher. So I picked this up. So for waxing the car, I'm going to use the Fuso wax. Before that though, I'm going to wash the car. I have Autoglym shampoo there that I'm going to use to wash it, and I'm going to clay bar down the whole car with it's Chemical Guys clay bar. It's kind of a medium clay. I didn't know what to go for, so I just went for medium. And I have the rapid detailer just to lubricate the car as I go along. Just taking a quick look at the car. It's really sunny here, so you can see all those swirl marks. I'm hoping to get rid of them with the kind of light cut that I'm using. There's no serious scratches or anything on the car. So first of all, I'm going to go over, just wash the whole car. Wheels are in pretty good condition as well. It's really just swirls and it's a red, so I really want to get it nice and shiny, and I really want to try it all the wax, do it properly from the start. So hardest thing I think is going to be to get off is all these bugs. The guy who owned it previously drove it back and forth to Donegal, so it's covered in bugs. But yeah, gonna get out the Autoglym. It's gonna be Polar Blast I'm gonna use, but I'm just gonna put it in a bucket. Power wash is broken, so I'm gonna wash this first, and then we'll move on to the clay bar. The car is fully clean now. This is the first wash it's after getting it, and after noticing it's probably had a rear bumper changed, and you can see a difference in color there. So next thing we're gonna be starting with is Next thing we're going to be using is the clay bar. So after picking up it's a Chemical Guys one, went for medium clay just because I didn't really know what to go for. So I'm going to show you first what we're going to be removing. So it's actually worse on the driver's side. So the car is fully clean now, but you can see bits of tar and contaminants all down here. You can feel it. You can actually see on the camera pretty well there. So that's what we're going to be removing today. It's actually really bad. It's on the roof as well somehow. Generally it's kind of more this sort of area behind the front wheels from like brake dust and all that. So we're going to be spraying on the rapid detailer just for lubricant, and we're going to be using the clay bar, making it like a coin shape, just rubbing it back and forth. We're going to be doing that to basically the entire car. Once that's done and the car is dry, then we'll be moving on to the polishing, but this is just to remove any contaminants first. So the car's been completely washed now, and it's been clay barred the majority off it. I didn't find this was taken off the kind of bigger contaminants, but I got off most of it. I also used the Magma as well on basically majority of the kind of lower end of the car. That's like a fallout iron remover, kind of turns to red as it kind of gets it off. That got off a lot of it as well, which I was really happy with. This is the polisher I picked up on Amazon. I think it's like £67 delivered, so it's about €75. That's what I got delivered to Ireland, and that's including free delivery here as well. So it's a dual action, so you can see it spins like that, but it also has it's kind of hard to do with one hand, but it has a motion where it kind of goes around like that. Comes with two pads and 2 finishing pads, I think they're called, and then it has one of these kind of wool mitts as well. So yeah, it has a handle, and then I'm going to be using it's a Menzerna. It's a 3-in-1 polish, so it's apparently it's like a cut polish and a wax, or gloss and wax. But yeah, I'm going to be using wax afterwards anyway. I'm just going with this because it's my first time polishing with a dual action on a relatively kind of newer car, so we don't really want to mess it up. So I've just after doing this little bit here, still have to wipe the polish off here, but you can see it's coming out really well. You can see how shiny it is compared to how dull it kind of is over there. Look at that. But one thing I have noticed, as I will show you here, look how much paint is coming off. So single stage coat, I think this is normal, and I'm using, this is only a 3000 grit, so this is pretty light. I'm going really light. I have it on the lowest setting. and that much paint is coming off. So I think this is probably the problem is I doubt they use a single stage coat on this car, like the MX-5, the red MX-5 over there, that has a single stage coat, I'm pretty sure. This should have a clear coat on the top, so I should only be cutting away the clear coat, I shouldn't be cutting away colour. But I think the bonnet has probably been resprayed at some stage in his life. It's pretty good, like the condition of this car. Bumpers, like I found out the rear bumper has been resprayed, it's a different red, doesn't match properly, and I did just polish the roof and no paint came off, so I think they resprayed the front maybe with a single stage coat. Clearly I don't think the clear coat is completely gone because it looked fine beforehand. I just wanted to polish it just so it looks even better. But yeah, so I'm going to keep going. I'm going to test the rest of the panels, see if any other ones paint starts coming off, but I'll let you know if it does. So with the polish, as you can see, I'm just going forward and back straight lines and left to right. Once it's kind of all worked in, I'm just wiping it off and checking it. I'm not being too picky, like that's fine for me. I'm not looking to get rid of every single scratch. It's only my first time using the polisher, so I don't want to go too heavy and kind of cut through the clear coat. That's not on the bonnet, but that's on the rest of the car. A little update, I have this entire side of the car done, just kind of moving on to the rear bumper here. Polisher's working pretty good. You can see a lot of paint has come off from where it was on the front bumper. Only thing that's kind of bad about it is I've been working on about 5 or 4, which is pretty high. But if you go any lower than 4, I'll show you here now. Any lower than 4, when it's put onto the car, so it's rotating there, once it's any weight, it just stops, doesn't spin anymore. I had seen that said in the reviews online that basically it doesn't spin when there's any pressure put on it, but once you go over 4 or 5 with it, once you're kind of going at a higher speed, it will spin. So it's basically when it's below kind of 4, its own weight will stop it from spinning. So we just kind of have to go higher than that, which I'm guessing people on like leaving reviews giving out about it probably didn't realize that. At the start, like the first kind of bonnet and stuff, I only had it on 3 or 4 and it kept stopping, so I might go back over the bonnet again just because I know higher speed, and I kind of just don't put too much pressure on, just kind of lay my hand on it, and it seems to be spinning fine and working really good. So I've just after finished polishing the entire car. As you can see, it's looking a hell of a lot better, just done with the polish machine, but I'm going to get a hand polisher. I have little pads over there, Autoglym ones, just to do these sort of pieces. I don't have tape. And I just don't want to kind of ruin the rubber with the polish, so I'm going to do the headlights and these sort of strip parts. I think that's the only one on that side that I need to do by hand, and then we'll move on to waxing it. So I actually debadged the rear here as well while I was polishing. I thought it was a good time just because it's going to polish away the kind of difference in the paint. The left one you can almost kind of see where the A5 used to be, but where the 2.0 TDI is completely gone. The red is looking so good right now. So this is the Fuso dark coat. It's kind of for darker cars, but it should be fine on the red. I've used it on the red Kodiak before as well. It's really good stuff. So put this on and we leave it. It's kind of cold outside, so it's probably about 15-20 minutes we leave it on before we wipe it off. So I should be able to do the entire car and then kind of wait. Front of the car is fully waxed with Fuso wax, and so now I'm going to wait about 10-15 minutes so you can start to see it's starting to go a bit hazy. So once it kind of dries in, then I'll buff it off. So the Audi A5 is completely clean now. It was my first time using the dual action polisher. I have a link down in the description to that. I really recommend it. It was actually a pretty good one. The only thing which I knew before was about it stopping spinning, but I just hired it up to like 4 or 5 and it was fine after that. So I washed it down with the Autoglym color wash at the start, and then I clay barred it using the Chemical Guys clay bar. I got that from MCG. That was pretty good, but I used magma to get off kind of other contaminants, and it gets rid of like iron and stuff. Spray it on, like melts red, looks really cool. And then the car was completely waxed down using the Fuso coat. That was really good. I'm not going to test with water or anything like that at the moment, just because I don't want to get any drying spots. The red is looking so much better now. It actually looks a lot darker on camera. It looks brighter on camera. It's pretty dark at the moment. But yeah, I didn't clean the wheels properly, like I said, just wanted to give the kind of body more so. And then I didn't wash the front grille just because of the RS5 grille going in it tomorrow, hopefully. And I'll be fitting a set of the 3D plates as well. I think I'll do the black edition. I think it'll go pretty well with the new grille. It's going to be the gloss black on a honeycomb. The rings I think are black on the other one, or I can swap them over. I think I have the choice. And then at the back I removed the, the badges either side, which I think looks a lot cleaner. That's gonna be it for this video. If you'd like to give it a thumbs up, there'll be links down below. I'll just list out everything that I've used today. Next video, I'm gonna be fitting the RS5 grille. I've got diamond stitch mats, which I picked up a great deal for the inside. They do front and back, and be fitting 3D plates. But yeah, if you liked the video, give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next one.